guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah and let's recap and review Real Housewives of Miami. This is season 6, episode 12. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So before we get into it, we gonna get a little spicy, just a little bit. And I got really 2 spicy things to talk to you about. This reunion seating chart. Because it looks like the girls are headed to go film the reunion this weekend, or possibly this weekend, as well as Dr. Nicole wrapping up Anne Marie from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So first, let's talk about this reunion seating chart. It makes no sense to me, and I have a problem with it. Okay, makes no sense to me, y'all, and I don't like it, and I got a problem. So we always know Uncle Andy's sitting in the middle. Okay. So Andy's in the middle. Then on if he's sitting this way, on the left-hand side of him is Larsa, Lisa, Nicole, and Adriana. And then on the right-hand side, it is Gertie, Alexia, Julia, Kiki, and Marisol. This don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. Because first of all, why isn't... Okay, so if I had to do the chart, this would be my way. I would have Gertie on the right. You know, her storyline has been the most consistent throughout the whole entire season, as well as it's a real storyline, and it's been the most profound. So yes, she should be first chair on the right side. But then I would move Alexia out the way and just put Nicole sitting beside her, right there. Then you could have Julia and then Adriana, kind of like what they did last season. I don't get why we changing it. And then I don't get why Larsa is first chair, other than the whole like her telling everybody that Gertie had cancer, but that wasn't a consistent storyline throughout the whole entire season. I would actually have Lisa still be first chair, and then have Larsa, Alexia, and then Marisol and Kiki, or Kiki and Marisol, because the last year's seating chart made sense. This don't make sense to me, because although Lisa's storyline has been highly annoying, it's been consistent throughout the whole entire season, and it's probably been one of the most, if not the most thing talked about throughout this season. So I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not making sense to me. This don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. I don't like it. But I'm also wondering, does this mean that Kiki, Marisol, and Adriana are going to be sitting on the stage the whole entire time? Or is this just foreshadowing when the 3 of them come out, this is the seating arrangement? Because normally they don't do that. But, you know, okay. Y'all, so our second spicy thing. So like I said, Dr. Nicole wrapped up Anne Marie. So if you watch my Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review, in that spicy corner, I let y'all know that Erica Jane and Nicole were the special guests, or the guests, for Watch What Happens Live that night on Wednesday. Well, a viewer called in and asked Nicole, how does she feel about Anne Marie calling her a clout chaser? So I'm going to play that audio and then we're going to discuss.
What are your thoughts on Anne Marie calling you a clout chaser after your comments about Sutton's esophagus?
So I received countless messages, tweets about this, which was really the only reason I chose to respond. But, you know, I think to chase clout implies that you're going after a bigger fish, and Anne Marie is in no way a bigger fish, not professionally, not medically, not educationally. So I don't think I was chasing any clout.
Girl, she ate. She ate. Now y'all know me and Nicole, we don't be seeing each other. But when I tell you, when I saw that video, I said, oh, you ate down. That girl said, girl, what is there to chase? I best you in everything, medically, professionally, and education-wise. And viewership, because the viewers love me. They don't love you. Girl, I said, This is what I'm talking about. This is the energy Nicole need to be giving the girls in the season, okay? Like, when I tell you, honestly, this is what Wendy from Real Housewives of Potomac needs to be giving them. Dr. Wendy, girl, read them girls with your intellect. Let them know, girl, career-wise, y'all could never touch me. You can't compete with this. Like, personal life wise, you can't compete with. You got to let people know, okay, who you are at the door. Okay, she told that lady, professionally, medically, and educationally, what am I chasing? Because I already best you and all of that. This is the type of energy I want the girls to have with the degrees, okay? With the multiple degrees. You got to let them know, okay? Let them girls know. Girl, you could never. You could. What? And it's funny because that is exactly what I tweeted out when I saw that clip of Anne-Marie saying Nicole was a clout chaser. I was like, first of all, you're chasing clout off of Nicole's name, because why are you just responding to Nicole? Because Nicole wasn't the only one that said something. And I think I talked about this in a previous review of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where I was like, Tiffany Moon was the one that was eating you up. Nicole's response to Anne-Marie was actually quite professional and somewhat nice. Tiffany basically said, girl, you're lying. That's all but what that lady said. And you haven't said anything to her, mainly because Real Housewives of Dallas no longer exists. You knew if you mentioned Nicole's name, it would get traction because y'all's shows come on the same day. And one, like, Miami comes on right after Beverly Hills, and it's still a show that's running, and a lot of people go up for it. I.e., a lot of people have go up for Nicole. So you pretty much are attaching, because don't nobody go up for you, Anne-Marie. So what you doing talking about this lady? You want the clout. But I'm telling you, this is the energy I want the girls with the degrees to be on, okay? Let them know medically, educationally, and professionally. Girl, you could never. You could never. But let's talk about this episode. So the episode opens up, and it is Miami Fashion Week or Miami Beach Week. I don't know the name for real, but the ladies is wearing swimsuits, okay? So we see Julia, and she's at the boutique. I guess that she is going to be wearing their garments in the for the runway, and they let her know that she is going to be the closing out the runway. And in my knowledge that I got from the University of America's Next Top Model, that's a big deal, okay? That's a big deal, especially a lady of her age during, like, that's a big deal. Now I know America's Next Top Model is not good knowledge. Y'all, side note, every time someone posts that clip of where the girls are changing into different ethnicities, I always cringe, because I remember watching that when I was like a child, and I thought it was so cool. I thought it was so cool, and now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that was wrong. Okay, they had them girls in blackface, Asian face, Latin face. Like, I said, oh, this ain't right. This ain't right. We playing in people's cultures. We gotta stop it. I said, this is not good. But I went up, okay? Young Leah snaps 10s across the board. I thought they did they big one with that one. Adult me is like, ooh, girl. No. The things we got away with in the early 2000s is wild. It's wild, bro. It is wild. So she also talks about how Julia and Kate Moss were in the same modeling agency, which I think is crazy. Is that? Oh no, girl, I thought the oil in my hair didn't drop down. I said, man. No, I think it did. Okay, my bad, y'all. My bad. Let me, like a goldfish just blipped out. But she talked about how Kate Moss and her went to the same modeling agency. And I think that's kind of crazy, but also cool. Like, when you think about it, like, there's somebody, there's a group that I went to high school with that I honestly think in a few years, they're going to be, like, famous in a sense, because they're like it's a band, and I haven't listened to their music in a while, but like they make pretty good, like the music is on the level of like Tyler the Creator and this new group that I found like a couple of months ago called Group Theory, that's actually like really good. And I listened to their music and I was like, oh, y'all might be get y'all big one day. There's also a guy that I went to high school that I don't know if he's trying to do like serious acting or if he just wants to do commercials, but he's been in like more than like 10 or 12 commercials since we left high school, and they've been like prominent commercial that run like over and over and over. He was in like a commercial during the Super Bowl, and you know that cost a lot of money, as well as he was in like a Dave and Buster's commercial, and he does like eyewear commercials. Like, it's just crazy. We see Kiki, and she is actually doing the same thing Julia was doing, which was meeting with the designer and the people that she's going to be walking with, and she looked good. Julia and Kiki looked great walking the runway. They both ate down. But one thing I do like about Miami is the age range of the ladies that we have, as well as like the friends of the show are like important to the show. Like, let me talk about the age range. Like, the youngest person on the show is Kiki. She's like 34, 35. The oldest person is Adriana, and I think she's like either 59 or 60. But like, they integrate so well. Like, it's not like this huge like cutoff. It's like, yeah, you can clearly see like who's older in the group, but they all really vibe like to a certain extent, and it doesn't feel like, oh, like the way they tried to do it on Atlanta with the aunties and the nieces, when it's like all of y'all are aunties. Okay, to me, after the age of 35, you're an auntie. Like, it is what it is. And it's not a bad thing. It really isn't. You know, I want to be the cool rich auntie, you know, that like when I want something, I like one of my favorites, she just be buying whatever. And I be like, I want to be like that. I want to have money to just go out and buy an outfit and not care about the price tag. That's what I want. That's financial freedom. Okay. That's financial freedom. That's what I want. So, the group just goes together. Like, I like them together. And then when I think about the friends, it's like we are getting to see the friends and they add to the story. Like, at the end of this, we see Adriana singing in the studio, and it adds to the story when they go to Mexico. We're seeing Kiki walk during the beach week, and we get more about her backstory. Last episode, we saw Marisol hoist a whole party, and like we got more about her family with her stepsons. It's like they're friends, but like we get good content for them. It's just not like they're not just there. Like, oh yeah, she's a friend, but like, no, they add to the story, and I like that about Miami. That's why I hate that the network is like playing them to the left, because it is a really good show, and they just need to put them on Peacock where I can enjoy them and not worry about them getting canceled again for like 7 to 8 years, okay? Because of some stupid ratings. So we get more about Kiki's backstory. We find out that like we know she's from Haiti, and she's Haitian, but like I guess when her family moved from Haiti to Miami or to America, they touched down in Miami. She was like, everybody in Haiti was telling her like, you're so tall, you're so pretty, you should be a model, and she was interested in it, so she decided to become a model, and she started modeling at 15. She said, but in the Haitian culture, if you're taking pictures and you're not fully dressed or you're scantily clad, they automatically think that you doing like adult film work. And so her family didn't like it. Her stepmom and her dad ended up kicking her out the house at 15. And she was like, it was really hard for her. She was like, I was working at Burger King. I was sleeping from couch to couch. I was trying to go to school. So she said it's been a very challenging time for her. And it doesn't seem like she has a relationship with her parents like that. I wonder what happened to her mom, because she said she moved here with her dad and her stepmom. But I hate when parents do that. Like, you're mad at your child, so you kick them out as a punishment, and then you wonder why things got worse for them. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. Like, Like, okay, like it just don't. It don't. It's like when parents find out that their children are like gay or trans or out here, running with the wrong crowd. And instead of actually sitting down trying to understand like why this person feels this way, or why this person identifies this way, or why this person is choosing to go around this bad path of being around these bad people, you kick them out and you push them towards the thing that you don't like. That makes no sense to me. Like, you would be better off sitting down with your child, especially because they are a child, and asking them, okay, why do you feel that you identify this way? Why do you feel you have these feelings like this? Why do you think you need to hang out with Terry and them and go robbing people? Like, what is really going on? And you would probably get a better response and better results versus you kicking your child out where now they can't defend themselves. They're susceptible to anything. And you are mad at them when they get older because they don't want no relationship with you. That makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. Now I know there's like a gray area sometimes because I watch documentaries. I watch Iyanla. We know that there's some kids who, like, you can try your hardest. You can give them the love. You can try your best to understand. You can have the understanding, and they still go down the wrong path. But I give those parents grace because you tried. This is what you have to do. You brought me into this world. You have to try. You not trying makes no sense to me. But we see that, but we get, and it was sad because Kiki was tearing up in the confessional, and I think she's still dealing with it because, girl, you kicked me out at 15, and I don't think she says she has a relationship with her mom or her stepdad, so that's messed up. And then maybe her mom's not here with us anymore. So I'm like, yeah, y'all trash for that. So let's talk about Lisa and Gertie. And this is why I feel like Lisa and Gertie should have been first chair. I get why Gertie's first chair. Like I said in the spicy corner, y'all, this is going to bother me. This is why you don't oil your hair and wear white. Ugh. Because I thought nothing was dripping, and it dripped onto my shirt, and it's pissing me off. But I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go because we here right now. But Lisa's and Gertie's story to me have been consistent since episode 1. Like, everybody else's storylines have been like ebbing and flowing, but these two have had consistent storylines, so I don't get why Larsa is first chair. If it's just a beef with Gertie, their beef wasn't that long for her to be first chair. And then she didn't do anything like pivotal to this season other than, tell everybody about the cancer. And then we let that go after like 2 or 3 episodes. I don't get it. I don't like that. I don't like the seating arrangement. But we see Lisa and Jody pull up to a new house that the realtor Fabian, I think it's Fabian, is going to show them. It's $5.387 million, which the house didn't give that. And it's only because I've been in houses that have been worth like that much and more. And it's like, if the house felt small. Normally when you go to those types of houses, it's big. There's like something is grand about it that adds to it to be like, yeah, that's why this house is this much. This doesn't give that. If we being all the way 100, it doesn't give that. So I didn't think Lisa was going to like the house, but she actually did. The reason why I didn't think she was going to like it is she compared her children's rooms to like in this house versus the house on Star Island. And I was like, okay, Lisa, nothing is going to beat that $80 million house that you was living on Star Island. Like, unless it's another house that's like 80 million or 50 or 40 million and has just as much room. So I didn't get the comparison, you know what I mean? So she sits down with the realtor, and this honestly should be a lesson to any like girl, boy, whoever who wants to live a lifestyle where they have to solely depend on somebody, or who wants to be like kept, because the way Lisa can't move without Lenny's money is crazy to me. That's the same thing with Ashley Darby on Potomac. Like, Ashley's never divorcing that man because she's not going to be able to sustain the lifestyle that she wants without Michael's money. They're going to have like a long separation. And like a lot of people have speculated, maybe Ashley and Michael not even getting a divorce. He's just tired of being on the show. But either way, you introduced this storyline to us on Potomac, and I know this is Miami, but it's still their lives parallel in the sense of like she can't move without Michael. Lisa can't move without Lenny. Like, The fact that the realtor asked her, like, okay, how are we doing this? Is you paying in cash? Is there going to be a down payment? Are you getting a mortgage? And she was like, well, that's up to Lenny. The man that don't like you, that's making your life a living hell, that's who it's up to. That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And it also feels like Ashley, Lisa doesn't have anything of her own. Like, I tell y'all this all the time. It's nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong with people wanting to live soft lives or wanting to be kept. But you always got to start stashing money for a rainy day when that person gets tired of you and wants to move on away from you. You have to make a name for yourself. And I think about like my Capricorn sister on OC, Heather Dubrow. Heather had like her acting career before she got with Terry, but we knew Heather by way of Terry, by way of being on OC. And Heather, thus this far, has started to make a name. She got the podcast. She was doing other things. She was putting her hands into, like, I think skincare and other stuff. It's like, if I was Lisa, I'm working with my husband who is a plastic surgeon, or like a very famous plastic surgeon. I would have started like trying to get some type of deal where I would like start working with somebody in the skincare, like esthetician industry, because most people go to like a dermatologist or they go to their plastic surgeon to get like, is it like fillers and like Botox. You then could have been like, oh, shopping your, Lisa Hutchinson skincare cream. Like, you just sat on your ass and didn't do nothing. And that's wild to me because it doesn't seem like you and Lenny have been in a good place for some time now. And I don't even think that whole him cheating with that girl from the Bad Girls Club, Morgan, was the first time. And that should have been like your red flag to be like, okay, he might do me dirty. Let me prepare. And it's crazy because she has to walk on eggshells with him. And we know Lisa doesn't do that at this point. And Lenny pretty much has been like, I think Jody said they have a settlement where I guess in the divorce, she's trying to get to the point where he has to pay for a home for her and her kids. And Jody was talking about, and if Jody is at them divorce hearings, Lisa, you stupid for that. You are stupid. Why are you letting this man be so woven into your life and you don't know him? Stop telling him your business, girl. You ain't learned nothing. But Jody was explaining how like things were going well, and then they got into an argument, and then he shut down communication. So Lisa has to be on guard with Lenny, and I'm just like, ain't no way. No. Like, girl, I really do hope Lisa is just playing stupid and downtrodden, and she has money stashed somewhere, somehow, because there's no way, because it's like, girl, I know you saw the writing on the wall. His mama don't like you. Girl, I would have known something that season 2 when his family was talking trash to Lisa because she was having difficulties having kids. Girl, that's when in my mind, I would have been like, okay, these people don't rock with me. Let me prepare. But that's just me. We then get this scene with Gertie and Russell. They're out for lunch. And girl, Gertie was spiraling. And it's crazy because I spiral like this. She was in that confessional being like, I'm not getting another surgery because if this one doesn't work, I got to get another one. And if I got to get another one, I'm not getting a mastectomy. They not taking my breast away. On top of that, the margins is not clear. So then they got to go in, get the margins. Then they got to test it. And if I'm not under 25%, I got to get chemo, and I don't want chemo. I don't want to do none of this, so I'm not doing it. And the way and I felt bad because I was just like, this is what I be doing to my family, because I will sit there and then like go, like I will just spiral to like the worst possible outcome. I don't think about nothing positive. And for her, I know how it feels. Like I'm not a cancer survivor, but I know how it feels to work really hard and to think something is going to work out because you put in so much effort, and on the horizon it kind of looks like, okay, things are going good, and then when you get things back, it's like it didn't work. And then now it's like I was happy, like she said, she was like, she was living her life. She started doing her event planning again. Things were going well, and then when she got this news, all she wanted to do was lay in the bed and watch Sopranos and be depressed. And it's like, dang, like you pissed because you had hope that you were clear that things were gonna go okay, and then it didn't. So now you're back at square one again, or you feel like you're all the way, back at the beginning, and it sucks. But I think it's great that she has Russell, because the person that I feel like is a Russell for me is my sister, because the way Russell was looking at her when she was like, I'm not getting another surgery, and he was like, I'm gonna let you have your moment, but you doing it. Like, we're here now. They told you it's invasive. Let's get it done so we can go on with our lives. And that's the way my sister is. She was like, your feelings are valid, and you have every right to feel the way you want to feel. But it is what it is, and we got to move on, and we got to press forward. And I think it's important to have those people in your lives. If you are like a me or like Gertie, where your mind just be going, your mind just like, you need someone to like grab you and pull you down to earth and just be like, this is what it is. This is how we're going to navigate through it, or this is how you have to navigate through it to get to the other side. And so, I mean, her feelings are like, what she feels is definitely valid. It's scary. Don't nobody want to die by cancer. Nobody wants to like have like die and not see their kids graduate from high school or college, or like, get married, or, see their kids have a life. No, she don't want to lose her husband. She don't want to leave Russell by himself. So I understand her fear and her freaking out. But again, I think it's important that she got Russell here to be like, calm down. Calm down. We got this time for the fashion show events. The first one is Julia's. They're like meeting up as, I guess, at like some like the actual event area or somewhere. And we have like the sit down with Kiki, Adriana, Gertie, and Nicole. And when they get there, I think Adriana was the last one to come in, and she bends down to like hug Nicole, and Nicole is like, girl, I don't even know if I should hug you, because I'm really irritated with you right now. Like, I don't even know if I should say hi to you. So Nicole asked Adriana, she was like, so it's brought to my attention that like you brought Anna to the event, to my Mamacita's brunch, on purpose to cause issues between Alexia and like Marisol and Anna. And Adriana at first was trying to act all like coy, like like she was really proud of what she did, and then she eventually like apologized. But we find out that Julia let Nicole know that like Adriana did tell the ladies that like she was the one that did it, but it was like pulling teeth. Now, if I was Nicole, I would have more issues with Adriana than I did with Marisol and Alexia. I would not see Adriana as my friend, because up until now, Alexia and Marisol have been very upfront with how much they don't really see it for Nicole. I'd rather be cool with someone who was outright like, yeah, girl, I don't like you, versus someone who I thought was like cool and we were friends, and then you did some snake stuff like this and got me in trouble. So we end up seeing Marisol and Alexia come in. Nicole is like, she wants to have a conversation with Alexia. Alexia was like, well, let's not do this at Julia's event. Let's do it after. She hugs Marisol, and she's like, I don't really have a reason not to hug you, because like, we don't really got issues, especially after Adriana lets everybody know what's up. So we actually see Julia walk. She does really well. Like, she did really beautifully. Like, she walked very well. She closed out the show. Everybody was so happy and impressed for her. So then there's like time in between where Kiki's gonna perform, like when she goes and walks. So they actually go out into like this balcony area, and we see Adriana, Nicole, Gertie, Adriana, Nicole, Gertie, all the girls come, okay? Because I think Larsa ends up walking up there late. So does Lisa. So Lisa and Larsa actually missed Julia's performance, I think. Excuse me. Her walking the runway. And I'm like, y'all, being that late is not cute. Like, 10 to 15 minutes. It's like, yeah, like, okay, or 30 minutes is pushing it, but an hour to 2 hours late is not cute. So They're sitting there and they just start, an argument ensues. Nicole is like, I don't get why y'all are mad at me because I did not know that you and Anna had issues. Alexia is like, how could you not know, Nicole? Because when we was in New York, you knew. So it feels like you set us up. You brung her there for us to have beef and you were trying to like get at Marisol with that. And Nicole was like, no, I was not. She was like, should I have possibly, like, if Adriana told me this, I probably should have declined and said, you know what, you could do that at another person's, like, she doesn't need to come. Yeah, I could have did that, but ultimately this is not my fault like that, y'all. Like, I do think Nicole does need, like, there is some blame on her end, but what's her name, Alexia, is too many dang A's. Alexia and Marisol should not be this angry with Nicole. They should be more angry with Adriana. So I was happy when they turned their anger towards Adriana and was like, why did you bring her? Because I think that's when Larsa pulls up and Larsa's like, well, Adriana, why did you bring her? And she was like, well, she was being like, Anna knows about the financial state or issues that Todd and Alexia are having. So I just wanted her to let it be known because I thought it was hypocritical that she was coming at Lisa. You got them asking Lisa in the confessionals, like, I'm not that big. It's like, are you upset? Or how do you feel about Adriana bringing Anna to defend you? She was like, I'm not mad at it. I would be, if I was Alexia and Marisol, especially Alexia, I would be mad at Lisa. I'd be eating Lisa up at the reunion because, yes, Alexia is insufferable and she has her moments, but the advice Alexia gave Lisa was advice that a friend would give you. Girl, get your own car. This man is saying you bugging his car and listening to his private messages. That's illegal. On top of that, do you want to continue fighting this divorce and losing your sanity and your health when the main priority should be your kids so you can go on and live your life? Like, nothing Alexia said was hypocritical to me. It was actually her speaking from a place of where she's been with her ex-husband. I don't get how, this is how you know Adriana just does not like Alexia and she's jealous and obsessed with, like, taking her down. Because even her comment when she called said that Alexia is jealous of Nicole because she is the real Barbie of the group, and that may be true. Like, Nicole is smart, she's pretty, she got the money, we get that, but so that doesn't have anything to do with this. You actually are the reason why they're mad at Nicole. Because up until then, they weren't really mad at Nicole. They were actually like Marisol and Alexia were actually open to getting to know Nicole until they felt like they got set up by her by way of you. So you saying that in your confessional, Adriana, just shows that you're slimy. Like, if I was Nicole, I would be more mad at Adriana because, again, Marisol and Alexia have been upfront with how they don't really like Nicole. I'd rather you be a mean and a bitch to me in my face rather than you act like you my friend and then I find out you doing snake stuff behind my back. And that's what Adriana is. The fact that Julia had to like pull your arm to get you to just be like, yeah, y'all, I brought her, and then your reasoning for bringing her is stupid. It's stupid. And then when you brought the lady, she was on mute. Okay, like Beyonce said, look around, everybody on mute. She didn't say nothing. Even when she was pressed, she was like, and then she got up and left. And then you got Anna on the internet talking about, well, I bet you the ratings would have went up if I said what I came there to say. You had your time and your opportunity to say it, and you said nothing. So you add nothing. But we find out that Nicole is leaving because she had tickets to like the Stanley Cup. But I thought the Stanley Cup was like a hockey thing. Do they have hockey in Miami? Or maybe is the Stanley Cup tennis? I don't know. But she leave. They actually get to Kiki's event. Kiki walks beautifully. She looks great. Although some of the outfits, I was just kind of like, where's the swimsuits? Because she hardly had on a swimsuit. It was like a cover-up or an actual dress. Everyone was impressed. Everyone said Kiki looked beautiful. They were like, take it, like, they were just like, she did her thing. And I did feel bad for her at the end because I wish they would have showed what time of night, like how late it was, because I think that played into a factor of all the ladies leaving, because she had rented like a Sprinter. There was supposed to be an after party where all the girls were supposed to come, but it was so much traffic going on that like they were just stuck on the Sprinter. I think Marisol was the first one to leave because her stomach was messed up. Then Alexia was like, yeah, I'm out too. Then I think Gertie had left because, you know, she had to leave. Then Lisa was like, yeah, y'all, I'm about to leave. So the only two people that were left were Larsa left too. The only two people that were left were Adriana and Julia. And I felt bad for Kiki because she was very excited for the girls to be there and participate because her family isn't really like supportive of what she does. And it seems like the after party was just for the girls. But I wonder what time of night it was, because I feel like that's normally what happens. Like everybody like can be in the mood to do something. And then when you have too much like downtime, reality starts setting in that like, girl, it's almost 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning or 12 or 1. And I'm sleepy. I want to go take a shower and get in my pajamas and, you know, watch Bob's Burgers on Hulu. Or it's like, I got kids. They have kids. I got to go, you know, go see my kids. You know, I don't know. I did feel bad for her because she really was like, I always show up for everybody, but nobody showed up for me. And her last two scenes we see, should I say, girl, Marcus and Larsa's podcast, I don't care. Okay, she let us know she got her eggs retrieved the same way that Courtney did on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Larsa should have kept that face. I know that's not her original face, but the face in the flashback was a lot youthful. But she got like 11 eggs. Her and Marcus don't need to have kids. I would be very surprised if this relationship goes past like 3 years. Are we on year 3? Yeah. No, maybe they're on like there's 2 years. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let me say this. I would be surprised if this relationship goes past 5 years. Because right now, Marcus is benefiting from being around Larsa. Because even though Marcus is a Jordan, I didn't know who Marcus Jordan was. I know who his daddy is. But it doesn't look like Marcus is like good at sports. You know? Not like LeBron James's kid or kids. So I feel like Marcus is attaching his like name to Larsa because he's also getting the opportunity to do things. He's on Traders with her. So I feel like he might get an opportunity to be on other reality TV shows that he wants to be a part of. But I mean, he ain't got to worry for money. So it look like he's just living his best life right now. But she got like 11 eggs that she retrieved. We then get this scene of, what's her name? Alexia going to Julia's farmhouse. And Alexia was not ready. First of all, she got on jean like coveralls with no bra. Her titties look good though. She looked nice. And she was just like, Alexia was like, I don't like animals. Which I love animals. So that wouldn't have bothered me. One of my favorite animals is goats. So I probably would have tried to play with the goats. But Alexia was like, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much around here. I can't do it. So they go into the house and they're both just talking about how happy they are that their relationship has come a long way and that they're glad that they're friends, and that Alexia actually admired seeing Julia, what's it called? Like walking the runway. She was just like, you know, that takes a lot of courage and a lot of guts. And Julia basically say, you know, with Martina's cancer diagnosis and Gertie's, she's just like, it made her realize life is too long and too short to pretty much not do what you say you're going to do or what you want to do. And so then that's when Alexia lets her know that the cash trip is them going to Mexico City, which I would love to go to Mexico City. I've only been to like, what's it called? Cabo. And what's the other one that everyone, it's either Cabo or Cancun. I've never been to like actual Mexico City, but I would love to go because I feel like it's a totally different aesthetic. Like, you know, Cabo and like Cancun are like beach towns, and then like the city is the city. So they're going, but Alexia wants to take Gertie to Mexico City mainly because she wants to take her to, I guess, the saint there that she watches over the city. I think she said her name is Guadalupe or Saint Guadalupe, and she said that praying to her and having faith in that person or in that deity really gave her the strength to keep trucking along and realizing that Frankie was going to be okay. You know, she prayed that Frankie was going to be able to walk again and talk, and look at him now. And she says she knows if she didn't have the same with her or have that faith, that she probably wouldn't be anything. So she was like, she wants to take Gertie there. And I think that's the difference between Alexia and Teresa, because everyone always said that Alexia is the blonde Teresa, because they do kind of favor each other. But Alexia, I feel like, has more compassion for others in this group, even if they're attached to other people. Like, Gertie and Nicole are like this on this cast. And Alexia still has compassion and love for Gertie and wanting to be there. Like, we even see at the end of the scene where she invites Gertie to Mexico and telling her like she wants her to go to the church to see the pagan saints, not the pagan saint, but Guadalupe, because that's who she prayed to. And she was just like, I feel like that's going to help you. Even when she was trying to encourage Gertie, when Gertie was like, you know, I did the surgery, but like it came back as I think she had to be underneath 25% for her not to do chemo, and she scored a 29. And Alexia was like, well, it's just a little bit. It's not like don't lose faith. And Gertie started crying, and you could see Alexia's like voice, like you heard Alexia's voice crack a little bit, and she also was like it's gonna be okay. So I feel like that's the difference between them. I feel like Alexia has compassion for people that even are not on her team, where if you're not on Teresa's side, it's, you know,
Girl,
she don't care. It's Adriana. Why was she dressed like Britney Spears and Justin? Why was she dressed like Justin and Britney? I don't even know what year this was, but I know it had to be like maybe 2003 or 2001. Girl, she going to meet with Emilio Estefan. We all know who he is, a famous producer and musician. And you know, he helped her make her last song, the Fuego song. Cute, okay. Even when Adriana, I'm not gonna even though Adriana, I do not see it for Adriana, girl. I don't see it for her. Like, I can see it for Nicole at times, but I don't see it for Adriana. Even when she was in that studio, girl, I said, come on. I said, oh, that's kind of cute. I was kind of like, all right. You know, I was vibing. I said, okay, you got something right there. But she lets us know that the song that Emilio is giving her it was originally for Camila Cabello, the girl from Fifth Harmony. And I like the song. Like, I was like, okay, I wonder if it's out. I hope it's out, because I wanted to listen to it. I listened to Fuego. I gave Adriana her spin. Okay, I gave her spin. But I was like, this is cute. Now, that outfit, no ma'am. Girl, first of all, why did it have a train? Why did that outfit have a train? It was like a denim. I'm wondering if the outfit, it was like 3 pairs of denim together. Like, it had a train on the back of it. It would look like a swimsuit in the front. Then there's like a huge emblem in the front of it. Then it got the Louis Vuitton logo all over it. And then it's like, it's damn near coochie cutters. I said, Adriana, what are you? And I mean, her titties look great. But I said, you going into the studio? Emilio even was like, oh, you look beautiful. Where you going? And all I could think about was Justin and Britney when they showed up to that red carpet event. I said, Adriana, hey, girl, you know what? Hopefully the song does well. It sounded good, but I'm glad she's living her dreams. Like, you know, she's 59. Like, again, that's what I like about this show. These women are like doing things that at a certain age people tell you can't do anymore. People will tell even Kiki or Julia, you can't model in your 30s or in your 50s, and they did it and they look good. They walked along women probably like 2 years, like not 2 years, like 2 decades or a decade younger than them, and look just as good as them. You got Adriana doing this music. It sounds good, working with Emilio Estefan, and a legendary producer and artist. Like, she's living her dream. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, this is stuff that's like, okay, this is entertaining. Like, yes, Miami has has drama, but they're also doing things that I'm interested in watching. Like, why ain't we seen Candace in the studio, girl? Film another, give us more singles. Okay, girl. Why? I don't want to see you film a podcast. I want to see you do things, you know? Like, I don't know. But that's it, y'all. That is it. That is all. Remember to be bravely authentic and hop down in them comments below. Deuces.